Maybe? Maybe live? Yeah. Okay, I fixed the chat. We are going back into EU4. Why won't this button work? I think the reason the button isn't working is because of the mess we're in, but also because of the difference between a local save game and a cloud save game. There's something kind of worryingly high res about this person. This cold Manchurian. So we are trying for the achievement An Unlikely Candidate, which is going okay. I chose it because it wasn't a particularly had achievement on. Yeah, that's good. On Steam, so I thought, seems like a reasonable level of difficulty. And yeah, so we are playing as Jared. Jed. We should name this country, because I can't pronounce it. Is this one down here? That doesn't quite qualify for being on the map. I'm a little bit sad that we're not Mazab. Mazab just seemed cool. You quite like me, and you would marry me, and no. We're going to go for potentially really bad idea war. We are going to rival you if we can. No, not allowed to do that. But we are going to build a spy network on you. It'll take a little while to do that. Long enough, hopefully. March 1516. Age of Discovery will be over. Let's pick this up. Let's... I mean, it's not important. I could try and get a war taxes out of this, but that's just for the sake of having as many things as possible. More important would be building up to our force limit, which means 3 more infantry. They have perfectly good allies, which is annoying. Air considers it one of your key provinces. Interesting. Lima gaining some loyalty would be great. Oh, losing corruption. I don't want corruption. Let's get some free cash and do this. And okay, we're on 12. Let's start paying the troops. Let's drill them a little bit for like a month or two. Age of Reformation is here, so we could do with converting more provinces, converting another nation, my culture group. Well, I would like to do that eventually, but now is not the moment yet. Fall of Vijayanagara. Good work. Whoever you are. So we'll stop drilling at about 15. Interesting. Ottomans is allied with Tunis, so Mamluks, who are you allied with? You're allied with me. Mamluks, you have 51k troops. Ottomans, you have 93k. We're saying no to this war. We're really throwing a lot in with yeah, no, you, no, it's a truce timer. Yeah, you are not winning this. Ottomans, I mean, they're not huge, but they have the big troop advantage. Sorry, guys. Okay, stop drilling. How are you feeling about that, Mamluks? You're not. You could be more unhappy. Tunis, you are presumably now in a war. Oh, interesting. Tunis, you didn't join the Ottoman War. You just joined this one. Well, let's get that claim and come on back up. We have now the forts. Were they on? They were on. Obviously on purpose. It is just Tunis I'm fighting against, isn't it? Okay, why didn't you join? You are at war with Portugal. Well, everyone's at war for themselves. Let's have a little comparison of this. So our forces aren't that different. Their manpower is more and they have artillery. Their force limit is much higher. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I'd allied you guys instead, I'd have an ally in this war. Have they got Miltech 9? Yes. Where's my Mil 9? 2 years away. Yeah, 2 years away, no matter what I do. That's bad. What's the war for? Sabha. Sabha. Not ideal. We can go and catch these guys when they come back in. Will they be unblack flagged here? No. They have to walk to Tibakt. Defensiveness edict. My favourite thing. So they have probably the naval advantage. When do you get there? Okay, so we'll catch 2k. And then we can start sieging our way up the coast. They've taken that. Why am I having such a struggle beating 2k troops? Like, I don't think I lost many men. No, I didn't. And I did sackwipe them. 6k would also be pretty good to fight sooner rather than later. Let's head straight here. I can let these guys do their sieging. And our immediate priority is going to keep on being to just keep catching small stacks. I know I'll be over force limit, but that's just cost. Are you protected? Can I see what's protected by what fort? Not, not by the look of it very easily. Okay. You're going there, you're going there. Will they... You'll stop, but you'll keep going. That's a shame. Scorch it? No, they're there in 5 days. You can come too, though. So that was 29 gold for very little advantage. Let's just wait for everyone to be here. No, let's not. Let's go catch more people. Don't turn round. Good. No, bad. You've turned round. I told you not to do that. 27th compared to the 18th. So we'll get a few days on them. That is beforted. Come join. God, is this really the Miltech 9 difference? 27th of March. Please. Please. High roll, high roll, high roll. That's a low roll. Okay. We are coming back to regroup. We have made some headway in knocking out some of their troops. Is Tatooine going to be besieged? I don't know if forts work like overseas like that. We shouldn't break up our... Yes, they do. Shouldn't break up our armies too much. Not really strong enough to do too much breaking up. So they did suffer casualties. Where are they going? They're going to Gafsa. You guys enjoy that. Sieging in a desert mountain. I'm not losing too much money at the moment, which is good. Oh, scary to turn. No, let's. No, you're staying. Stay on. Be on. Just lost the garrison there. That's quite a lot of individual troops. Morocco, would you re-ally me? No, no one will ally me during the war. God, there's 15k of them coming into Tripoli. I think my best hope might be to siege race them. Not that I have a siege general. Do they have a siege general? No. Yeah, if I started taking forts, I feel like that would put me in a better position than I am now. I'm going to get another infantry, mercenary, and I'm going to use them to besiege these while this army's walking up north. Should probably have taken the idea sooner rather than later. Let's take it now. That won't help me. Cool. You're out. Is that their capital? No. That's their capital and it's level 1 fort. Can I walk there? Also no. Let's focus on that fort. Let's maybe check if anyone has any siege pips. No one does. You can have some maneuver for the sake of it. When was Miltech again? June 1516. So we don't actually want to engage them, basically until that point. You are coming that way, so let's just let you past. No, let's go. I don't know. I don't know. Are you going to do that siege? Okay, yeah. Then we'll go up here. Or we could... No, too late. Catching a 1 stack is on brand. That siege should take ages. Why no siege, though? Okay, they're heading towards the war goal. That's bad. We should hope to try and war exhaust them. Kind of as soon as possible. Go straight there. So they have 3 forts. No, they have 4 forts compared to my 2. I've lost my fleet. Clever them to let me decline the call to arms so that the Mamluks wouldn't defend me. How you doing, Mamluks? I'm weirdly glad that you are losing. Makes me feel more justified in my actions. Okay, come on with the good rolls. What's the province? Highlands. That's a shame. These guys also presumably have a cannon. I want a cannon. I don't have any money. Let's start sieging everything down as soon as possible for war exhaustion. I hope you make good progress. Supply shortage or food shortage. Disease outbreak. Great. This might be... Move towards legalism, lose prestige. Lima gain loyalty. I have more unrest. I'm going to take more unrest in case I might be able to pull some rebels on anyone. Nope, my forts all have no estates there. Minus 7%. Walls breached. That's good news. That is the first good news I've got in some time. I'm going to go siege these and then just leave one troop on Dara. I don't want to lose my capital. This is a higher level fort. It needs 3 units to do it. Not that that's a thing that will be stopping them, but you know. I can't walk there, so let's go join those guys. Disease outbreak again. Okay. That's it. We're leaving this siege. What do you mean you walk that way off this siege? Okay, you go too. You come back. And we're in March. When did I say we get the tech? May. We're going to stay for a little while. They probably won't take it on 14. Oh. May was a lie. Let's still do it this way. What are they on? They're on 14.2. Let's give it a go. This is basically make or break on this campaign. Also, please don't take it on 14%. No! Ugh. I feel like I lost some really unlucky sieges in this. The difference between me winning that siege and this is quite large. We will win this battle, which will send them running somewhere. Where are you running? I have to now re-siege this. It is a defensive province. These are going to be re-sieged by the fort. We'll go join them. This isn't yet lost. That's attrition. And let's use that money to build a cannon. Don't care about loans at this point. Don't think that I'm sticking with this. I've done with that siege as well. Another loan in. Yeah, my costs are high, and I don't think their costs will be anywhere near as much. It's hard to overstate how much difference that siege tick made. They're probably going to come and re-siege and knock me off this siege. It's not to say that it's all bad luck. I could have moved in earlier. Like, well, it was 14%. That's the war goal. Let's put the speed up, given that all we're doing is sieging. They're Plight of Cert isn't looking very good. I don't think we bring this back. They're coming to re-siege these things. Okay, that put up the siege timer a lot. God, this war's costing us a lot. 14%, that's a good number to take it on, isn't it? Well, actually we did. That's not great either. Let's move on Kefir. Kefir? Kef. Death of Merchant. 15 prestige is worth more. Okay, so to do anything with this, we'd basically have to win this battle. And you're going back into Gafsa. Gafsa still has defensiveness. It has a garrison of a full 460 men. If I siege race you to this, and then relieve the siege in Gafsa. Oh, disease outbreak's good. Are you coming down here? Lack of demand for ivory carvings. Fine. You can, someone can come off you and go re-siege. Nope, can't. Supply shortage is the least good of the ones, but it's, you know, something. How's their manpower doing? Mine's doing better. It's not all lost. Gonna pay down war exhaustion, which hurts. Let's pay it all the way down. 3 loans so far. I have superior unit types and I'm not using them. Well, we've got time to do the switch now, before any battles. '21, '28. Oh, good. Status quo. And we got a food shortage. Better than nothing. Better than quite a few things. Defenders desert. How much does that put up the siege status? Oh, walls breached. You're continuing down to my further south province. I could take another admin idea, which I should take before I do. Fine, food shortage is pretty good. Another status quo. Loan number 3 has been taken. Loan number 4 is coming up soon. We took the siege. Now with 14,000 men, they're coming back. They've seen the error of their ways. We outnumber them. It's our home territory. Everyone rolled zeros. And they're running to Tatooine. They'll run past there. Why does nobody in my army have any siege pips? We need to send you and you guys up to do that siege. That siege should only take 3 men to do it. We're only at -1%. We could even go quickly. I don't know if we quite have time to retake the wall goal. Shame. We don't need all of you here. The cavalry can run around sieging everything else. We have positive war score. We have a good place to defend in that they'd get a crossing penalty if they turned up here. We got -2. We got a disease outbreak, of course. 15th of December, so they shouldn't be back there. There's only 9 men there. We need you back. Oh, no, they're not coming here. Dare I? I think I do. Yes, they're going to go and try and siege Gafsa, and they will probably be slower at that than I will be at sieging things. Yao, don't need your opinion. No, they're coming round. They have a different plan. Let's go besiege the war goal. Don't know what their plan is. Their plan is probably to relieve their capital. Which, you know, that would be my plan. No, their plan is to relieve this. Our king died. Yearly prestige. Oh, how close are we to legalism? We reset at the national unrest. Missionary strength versus heretics. All good. I have such limited time that I'm just gonna... No. No, I'm not. Oh, they've decided to come here. When will they be here? 7th of March, 7th of March. I can be out before that. And that is what I will do. Taking another loan. Can I be out of here before then? When will you be there? 23rd, 27th? I probably can. Yes, I can. So the whole army is together. It sucks burning my own provinces, but whatever you have to do to win. And that's the war goal back. We are going to go and keep on taking their provinces, okay? I was going to say my own provinces, but I'll take whoever's provinces I have the option to. You have one maneuver, so you have as much as any of my other good generals. You are taking attrition. I'm going to go to Tabact, because I don't trust them to actually stand there. Oh no, they are. They're going to stand there and take it. And you're going to Zawara. So, you would probably... No, you wouldn't peace out. You guys suck. How are they doing for war exhaustion? They've got a good amount. They have taken Sapa back. They're going to Zawara. I've just left that siege for no reason. Let's go re-carpet siege everything. We're not making much progress on the capital siege, sadly. Depending on where you go, you're going to Tatooine. Lovely. Where's the last person? You. Head up to Tripoli. We take that province, we take that province. We have made no progress on the capital siege as far as I can see. But we will take back the war goal. Again. We will take 2 or 3 more sieges. We will engage this siege. Oh. Basically, if they don't decide to come to the capital, and the capital siege is going poorly, okay, they're willing to wipe peace now. War score's about to go up a good amount from that. 21%. We can take that as well. And we don't really want to engage anyone else. So as soon as they get here, we will group up. I'll send you down here just in case. We could go here. Just to see if we can confuse them. Could I have gone here? No, their fort does block me. Is there any reason why I'm quicker at sieging than they are? There is not. They will be done in a sec. But their war enthusiasm is very low. Oh, come on. Yes, you'll let me take one land. Oh, minus 20 of that is because you're besieging the war goal right now. So if I do let you besiege that, and then I wait for you to lock somewhere else, and then I go re-besiege it, don't even need to take that army, and go siege that, minus 21% on that siege. Status quo. That siege is not going well. Shame that they're going to do that, but our truce with people we don't care about fighting has ended. We will finish this siege first, and we will finish this siege first. I don't want to lose the prestige. Morocco would marry me. Yes. Okay. Why have you got less? Now you think you're making gains. Don't know why you think that. I'm sieging your capital. You sieged back one province. And not that I'm doing very well, but I am on minus 14%. We could have done with less status quos. Defenders desert onto 0%. We're getting there. How many loans? 6. 6 isn't so many. That got re-sieged. Go re-siege it. Supply shortage down to 7%. Okay, so Saba got taken again. So I feel kind of like the game vindicated itself a bit by giving me the 14% siege on my capital after the 14% siege on their capital. They're coming back in. Can I be there first? 8th, 3rd. 24th, 8th. Ooh, we got the Siege of Tunis on not a particularly strong roll. So, what do we still have claims on? We still have claims on these ones. I think taking these would be a good start. I'm gonna need the money. Your treaties are fine. How far off are you on that? Quite far. Is that because I don't occupy the right fort? Or is it just because you... So I have 10 there. How is Hodna worth so much to them? Hodna. It's only worth 7% to them. That's because I exceed the war score. It's pretty good. My loans are small compared to theirs. As in, they are enough wealthier than me that I can pay off all these loans. That's very good news. I do have the admin. to core everything, I can immediately get rid of some mercenaries. Detach mercenaries, disband. And I hopefully am not over force limit anymore. You guys come up here. You guys head down here, or even there. Yeah, I'm on force limit. I can keep my cannon. I have disloyal estates, but they're almost loyal. My innovativeness is decreasing, and people are not. People have been more happy in the past. We're going to keep on just whacking up autonomy whenever we can. It's worth it. I really don't want to deal with rebels, and I want to be. Oh, great! Pope called for a crusade against the Ottomans. Morocco would re-ally. That's worth it. They have half of Portugal. You are now my very good friend, Morocco. You guys sunk my navy, I seem to remember. We want the forts on for devastation. Actually, there's none here. You can turn back off then. I realise now I could have taken the fort at Ket. Kef. Devastation here is, well, it's not too high, is the most annoying because it's the one blocking Splendor Growth. Truce with the Mamluks has ended. Are you guys sure you wouldn't like an alliance back? You're pretty sure of that. Instead you're allied with Mercuria. Yeah. Seems reasonable. And Baluchistan. Things aren't going that well for Baluchistan. You guys can do some rebel suppression. Ooh, Yawa at war. They only have one ally. They are winning. They are big. They have Tech 7. I have no unrest. I brought down my war exhaustion. It's not too high. They're not winning by much. I don't think there's a rush on this. I think I can wait for... Well, there's also unrest here. Just keep an eye on this and wait until 1520 at least. Oh, that is not what you want to see if you are them. It is what you want to see if you are me. I would love a fort there. It'd be very good. Forts here, less crucial. Can I give it to an estate? Because it's already a state. Could take an idea. Oh yeah. I'm really dumb. I'm not playing this optimally. I wonder how much I just spent on these. It definitely doesn't reinforce it, reimburse it, does it? I could cancel. Let's try one of the cheap ones. Let's do it here. Get 22 back. Cost 25. Okay, I think I get half the cost back. Oh well, it happens. You're winning quite a lot. It's now January. My unrest has just disappeared for a sec, so we'll let... Do I have rebels on here? There's just no rebel factions. We'll come down and declare that war. After I get a drink of water. And get more annoyed at myself for wasting the core creation cost. Where's my glass of water? Oops. I return. Tunis, your name's all small. And my ally's all big. Luckily, not much aggressive expansion in this part of the world. Okay, you're doing pretty well, so I'm going to declare war on you immediately. Your ally won't join. We have good relations. It'll take me a sec. But that'll fix that. 13th of May. Yep. So, there's the capital. Tunis are making claims on me. I'd probably like to improve relations with you right now, because you could be a problem for me. Austria is considered a great power. I am not. Yeah. No, wait, that is a different state. A different territory. This is going to be a tiresome war because it's going to take a long time to walk anywhere. That's probably air. So that's probably where their troops are. 21st of August they'll get there. But I'll discover a bunch about the world and maybe people will pay me for the info. We'll keep pushing immediately towards their capital. They have a lot of troops. It's fine, we have a lot of Miltech on them. It's obviously fine. Everything's fine and it's all going to be fine. We have a bit of unrest. It's not great, but it's fine. Do you know that the anagram was invented in Damagram? Okay, we got some cores, others we don't because we cancelled them and then lost all the admin points. That's great. We're here. God, they could be anywhere. Are they still in their other war? Yes, they're in both wars. Their other war isn't going as well anymore. I don't trust myself to be left alone. Malacca have a civil war. We control this province. Oh, look. Someone else controls that one. I'm going to move my armies over into here. This is cool. It's not a very high level fort. Could you be my vassal? I can't tell. I don't have any diplomats. So with this stack, I need to stop. I just don't think I can ever make my rulers into generals, because maybe it's the desert attrition. They just seem to die all the time. Okay, still no terrifying enemies. I would take this state, and I'd probably take this state actually, which would make them not a great vassal, because I want their states. Well, it costs very much. That's terrible. That's better. I want to border other people. I just realised, have I checked? Yes, I have. Not a tribe at peace and owns things. I should also check if I can form Tunisia. Ooh, water shortage, very nice. You've still got your army. You know what? It's fine. Just stay here. I do want to take this state. So let's go take that one. We have... Did they just take that? They just won their war, didn't they? Let's see what we can do. That's now in control of a fort. Ah. A lot of these things are now in control of a fort. In the zone of control of a fort. Okay, let's have a look. We could do that. It's not... Ooh, they have a lot of money. Give me war reps. Oh, I wish I pieced out a second ago. It fills in the state. Oh, I keep going. I don't want to fight their army though. No, this is... It's too good a win for so little cost. Why have you put my name there, game? That's crazy talk. Okay, send you up north. Everyone's going to do some rebel suppression. We're going to... Yao announced me as a rival. That's great. Probably means I can announce them as a rival. And it shouldn't take too long. They won't truce break. AIs just don't truce break in this game. That's worryingly, that is good news for me. Ooh, salt. Local defensiveness. Interesting. I guess because you can salt your meats. Are you moving? I told you to move somewhere. I'm pretty certain I told you to move somewhere. Okay, you can do autonomous rebel suppression. Tunis are allied with the Ottomans. North Sahara, 8 unrest. -3. That sucks. But what we can do is still not see the Katsina trade node. Can we access it even from... No. Hey, Yao, would you share maps with me? That was in the past that we were at war. Now it's time that we could be friends. Well, there was prosperity here. Well, I ruined that. Prosperity could be growing here. There will be another Tunis war. They'll probably declare a reconquest war. Ottomans, you like me a bunch. You've got a lot of reasons though not to ally me. Let's just check the offer alliance. 2 people, Crimea. That's bad news. And Beja. Who are Beja? Beja are a tiny person down there that nobody cares about. Crimea, how are your relations with the Ottomans? They're not good. I don't want anyone putting me into a war with the Ottomans. That's my incredibly insightful tactic. Don't fight these guys. Hey, whoever's in chat, I think I fixed chat. Doesn't mean you have to use it, but I think it's fixed. I've still got to work out how to pronounce these guys' names. Jared? Just Jerd? I quite like Jerd. Number of states, max absolutism, or stability cost and core creation cost. We want to not be a tribe pretty soon. We probably want to reform into a monarchy. How is colonialism doing? Morocco, have they... I forget what it's called when... Oh, hello. Hello, Castile. Spread to there. Spread. I could ask for knowledge sharing, but I honestly don't feel wealthy enough. I say what's making a good amount of money. I'm gonna rebuild my fleet. Sure, we can find something for them to do. That's a Tripoli core. Hello, Genoa. Making a call on this. Kabylia. No, not worth it. I'm thinking maybe Algiers. To do the mission, Tunis and Sousse. And own one of Kef or Tripoli. Naples have rebels, but they're not doing very much. Was this the one that... Yeah. That Tunis sold? Poor things. I uh, I have issues with this name placement. This is out of order. But you know who else the Mzab flag looks like? It looks like yeah, let's do it. Nope, that was stupid. I didn't want that. I regret it. I have a half price. Yes, half price person. Love a half price level 1. Mm, no, we're now losing money. I'm gonna put the army maintenance down. Little bit of unrest now down here. Still finishing the cause. This is Tuareg culture. Lagout, are you part of Algeria? No. It's actually kind of annoying. I'd probably give this state up to Algeria. Keep this state. Let's go a bit up in speed. All the while tech. Basically keeping pace with our main rival. Morocco is 10, 10, 10. Almost the best in the world. Which is fine. Oh, of course, Ming just falls apart completely. Hey Adam, how you doing? Is this a game that you know anything of? Because if you don't, in fact, even if you do, even if you've played it for years, it's still completely incomprehensible. I have better cannons. I have better lots of things. You guys get together and protect trade. By protect trade, I mean go be pirates in Venice. So, that's made me really self-conscious immediately knowing that Adam's in chat. It shouldn't though. It's just such a one-sided engagement always. This it's kind of weird. Like there are a few people who pop in and out of chat, but I only know them through this medium. Like they're just people who occasionally post two-line responses to stupid things I do in games. I guess M occasionally comes in chat, but at the same time, no offense to M, but I don't feel like I, I have that much to prove to M. I think she's on my side. Yes, share your knowledge with me, Morocco. This is perfect. Do not share it with Tunis. They're not nice. They're probably going to share it with Tunis as well. You idiots. I've already colonised 2 whole provinces and attacked someone in sub-Saharan Africa. I'm way ahead of the game. Thank you for apologising. That feels really unfair to like when someone's nice enough to come and be an audience, be like, oh yeah, I hate an audience. No, it's good. It's nice. Yeah. Have you ever come across this game? If not, I'm not going to do too much to try and explain it. But basically, it's a live and quite complex simulation of the entire world, and on top of that is a pretty good, but I think I would say that I think it's a more impressive um, game, a more impressive simulation than game. The fact that it runs as both is kind of amazing. Um, with many layers, like you are just kind of trying to get bigger on a map, but you're also the minutiae of people in your court and the state of different cities, the politics of different factions, all of course done just through a bunch of numbers that, you know, 50 hours in, I was like, okay, I'm willing to look at these three numbers, and like, 100 hours in, I'm like, okay, I'm now ready to look at these two numbers. Still plenty of numbers that I'm like, no, I do not wish to look at this number. I am simply not inclined. So I have a terrible heir who's very scared and not very good. So I found a very effective way of getting rid of my heirs is to put them in charge of my armies, who's actually quite good, and let them die in the desert. The other thing that games like this continuously do is turn you into a shockingly bad person. Not in a way that I sometimes worry is really disassociative, but actually maybe it's good to explore it. I now know what I would be as my worst sort of dictator. And so there's the world. No, that does sound bad. Do I want mercenary maintenance to go down? Yeah, I think no. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, I do. Oh, and we get more boats. I won't use those more boats yet, but what's going on in Scotland? Oh no! Oh, they're gone. Tyrone have eaten half of them. Are you allied with England? Denmark is Norway. Lithuania is about to disappear. Oh god, Poland and Lithuania are having a bad day of it. Austria is scary big. Bohemia is pretty scary big. That must mean that the HRE is... Oh god, the Chinese Empire is gone. There is no longer a Chinese Empire. HRE is growing. My truce is... Tunis is longer than... Oh, by... No, by a year. By 2 years almost. So in 29, I could do another war with Yao. Yes. The war of letting me see actually... You're in another war. You're allied with Mali and Timbuktu. I don't really know what to make of that. Oh, why wouldn't you marry me? I'm very nice. You should marry me, Mamluks. Marry me in my tiny, weird, ingrown name. Legalism, legalism, yes. Make me legal. Medri Bahi, would you ally me? Maybe. So I think Mamluks have lost wars here. They have. But they have also grown some good amount down here. Definitely still viable as an ally. Hello, Saleh and Tetuan. I have no idea why you exist. Yeah, that's just weird. Global settler increase doesn't do anything anymore. Don't have any settlers. So I'm doing an achievement run. This game has the unforgiving thing of all the achievements. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that tech. I should have waited for this. Have to be played in a mode where you can't have any save games. Hello, Songhai. Oh, Songhai, can I talk to you now? No, I haven't discovered you yet. You're... Oh. Let me discover you. So we started as 2 provinces here, with very little going for us, and we're now quite a lot bigger with some things going for us. Our biggest rival declared war on us, and we very narrowly turned it into a victory. In 29, my truce will end with these guys, so let's fabricate a claim on this place. And then maybe think about releasing... I could release air from here. Nobles want privileges. 10 years of national unrest. I don't want that. Fine. Oh, God, that was quick on the truce expiring. They might declare war first. Let's get the maintenance up and get the armies down here. They still have much worse technology. Great. That's very nice. You aren't at war anymore. You have strong allies. Now may not be the time. Well, whenever is it the time to declare war on the Empire of Yao? My general, do you have any siege? Nope. Do you have any siege? No. Never any siege. You guys sure you wouldn't like a war? You probably have quite a lot of war exhaustion. Let's bring back this diplomat so that I can declare war ASAP. So, claim. And let's check out that war. Oh, they wouldn't join. So let's go straight there and here. They have about as many troops and with worse tech. It wouldn't be great to engage them with these split armies. I say whilst there they are, there they go. Can I catch them there? But we do just have this huge tech advantage. Should I... Am I at force limit? I am. I'm just going to let them... Nope, they have decided to come over here. These are Highlands. They'll get the defensive bonus. They'll be there on the 5th of September. They'll be there on the... apparently 5th of September. let's see what happens. Excuse me. Please do better. Okay, that didn't go well. Let's maybe keep my army together. Oh yeah, come on up here. No, no, come north. Come on. Yeah, just no, stay there. Hmm. I get the feeling this war might start poorly and then go like it will be fine. Yeah, if you guys just leave me to do this siege, that would be a really good idea from you. It is hard to overstate how effective that would be as a tactic against me. Oh, it's only 0.5 inflation. Oh, so that was worth it. Could take defensive ideas, which is probably worth it while I'm waiting on the institution. You coming up here? Castile have told us of felt hats. Hey, Em. How you doing? How was open day for prospective students? Were you bright and cheery and supportive? Take the fort. Uh, sim Look, it's huts. You have a cannon. No, you don't. The cannon's somewhere else. Still. Hmm. Hmm. 15th of May. 5th of May. This war not necessarily going well. Ugh. I mean, obviously dinner's nice. You'd like the department's paying for you to go out and have dinner in a nice place, probably with nice people. But ugh. Yeah, no, fair enough. Like, ah, there's not even anyone in it anymore. Oh, embarrassing when you print something but you forget to put the space in. Just, it's straw huts. It's not. It's actually wonderful, beautiful mud forts. Ah, there we go. You took the fort. What an excellent idea you had about taking the fort. If only someone had suggested that idea sooner. I have always the wrong edicts on in the wrong places. Now this goes on here. So after taking an age to do an achievement that basically everyone agreed would be relatively easy, I'm now trying an achievement that everyone agrees is actually one of the harder ones. And doing a lot better. So maybe I've learnt. That's 12,000 people. 12,000 is lots. At least according to um, Alan Greenspan of the Federal Reserve. Playing the courts. Uh, this this kind of text is normally fascinating, like about the inner workings of the states of the world. Like they put a lot of time and effort into it, and I just look at it and I'm like, oh, that's green. Green is good. I like legalism. All the other numbers are just basically numbers to me at this point. Yep, legalism. When will he be here? 12th of November. When will he finish this? 17 days. That's sooner. That's good news. Let's go here anyway. Right, that is sooner, right? There we go. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing at the very beginning. So there's two kinds of wars you can do in this game. You can do wars for land, and you can do wars for the hell of it. And you never do wars for the hell of it because you don't get any land out of it. You know, unless you click on the wrong thing. Then you do a war for the hell of it. In which you get beaten up a lot. Did I definitely click that? I guess I must have. No, war is not good. That's not the lesson that I want young people of today learning. Ooh, Moorish refugees. Granada has fallen. The last jewel of Al-Andalus. Al-Andalus is what I'm trying to reform. Yep, seems good. So what will now happen is that it will take me an actual million years to finish the truce. You could go over here. So I'm getting less and less convinced that I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that we'll be going on our holiday to the Canaries. I think that actually maybe coronavirus is actually going to happen in a big way. I don't think it's going to. Oh, it will end lives, but I don't think it's going to. It'll be kind of major storm level of disruption, I think. Who knows? Like it could be much more. Hmm. Hmm. They have quite a lot of troops, is one of the issues. The other issue is that I'm declaring war for nothing I want. Yeah. I read a document today that was shared by someone on Twitter, predicting that by a very simple model, the virus would actually peak in the UK in June. And I imagine that's probably relatively close to true in a number of places. Haha! You guys have a cannon. You've used that cannon. Oh yeah, look. That's how you take a fort. Oh, we lost that one. They didn't have a cannon. They don't even know about cannons yet. Hello to 20,000 of your troops. You're going to Damagram. I could catch you there quickly. It'll be worth it. Let's do it. You'll be there on the 13th of September. You'll be there on the 29th. You'll be there on the 12th. You'll be there on the 6th. I would rather... Thank you. Yes, that is right. You're coming here. Don't, don't, don't come here. Don't do that. 9th of October. 3rd of October. 5th of October. Oh, it's you. You're the problem. Oh yeah, true. 9th, 11th. Um, I got a little bit worried that, like, it's plausible it's going to be... No, you killed all my horses. God, those were all my horses. Horses are expensive. Gonna build another cannon to make myself feel better. True. I mean, people do. Also, you know, then you wouldn't have to go back to New York. God, if I end up at this summer school in New York in the middle of summer, which is already bad, and everything is coronavirus, cease building this, it will die. Does it still die? Oh, when do you leave? 25th. When are you finished? 23rd. You could be there on the 25th as well. Yep. Stop it. Stop it, and then immediately start it again. It's my clever plan. Oh, you're coming here. Well, 27th, 18th. Yes, I shall do this. Oh, you changed your mind. Even better. Yeah, true. Talking of keeping an eye on it, not to stop going here. Build him here instead. I don't think I get fully reimbursed each time I do that. Want to suspend... Oh, all universities want to travel. I mean, not good, but... No! That's my new cannon! Oh, there we go. Don't hurt my cannon! It's my son! The issue with these guys is that they're not actually pushovers. And I'd really like them to be pushovers. We had a department, like... They did a health of the department, like as a kind of social health of the department study, and they had the talk on it today, and I don't know, I feel like it was... In the time that the people who are doing the study have been here, there's been a whole bunch of union action going on in the university. And we heard nothing about it in it. Oh, Galifax, you're the same colour as someone else, so I was like, I can't believe M is forming the Roman Empire. Nice. Are you going for Roman Empire? Is that the plan? Because, yeah, that presumably is, like, you have knocked out everyone, and you just got to put in the work to take everyone else down. If there's an easy way to, something that I'd love to encourage people to do is people who are dropping in, like, sending a picture of their map to chat. Because it is just, everyone loves seeing blobbing. Even if the blobbing game is sometimes a little tiring, it's like, it's a pleasure to see things get bigger and bigger. Mm. Yeah, just I think the people who are doing it kind of said to themselves that okay, that's not the bit of department life that we're looking at. But I don't know. I feel like this might be really naive, and there might be problems that I'm not really seeing. Um, but the major problems that it feels like we're facing um, as young researchers in this climate are career insecurity, um, and uncertain workload. And we had a conversation about lunch at lunch about this today. And it's always a bit tricky because, as you know, it's hard to talk about problems in academia without people feeling very defensive about something that they rightfully feel a lot of pride in. Academia is pretty great. It's just also full of bad things because, that happens. Um, but one thing that I started to think about at lunch today was that I asked this person, like, of the things you saw over the months you've been here, are there any that you think are really coming up on us quickly? And they said, yeah, it was something that I only lightly alluded to, but I think there's a big difference in the picture of Labour coming from the new generation coming through. And he talked actually about how like coronavirus has been really good about getting people thinking about itinerant work. That people are like, oh yeah, even if they know it's not for the best, people will go into work because they can't not go into work when they work in the gig economy. And it made me think that we don't work in the gig economy. The gig economy would not be a fair way to characterize. Um, don't care our work, but some similar sort of term might be. Um, oh, you can leave. Because there's some similarities about like how we have to produce kind of day to day to make a living. It's just that that day to day is only summed up after a long time. Like it's kind of delayed. Ooh, that's a nice state. I'd like that state. Uh, delayed quantify the quantification of our like worth is delayed. Okay, that's enough to do the thing I wanted to do, which is I can't make them a vassal. I could make them release nations. No, I can't. Ugh, I can't believe I declared war with this. I could make them drop some of their cores, humiliate them, give me money. You don't love giving me money. Give me that kind of money. Give me some money. Why are you so rich? And I don't really know how to approach people in a department like mine and talk about these sort of matters because it feels like things that they don't really think are in the wheelhouse of academics to worry about because we all agree that they shouldn't be. Like no one's like, oh yeah, it's really good that that everyone's terrified that they won't actually be able to. Oh, attrition for enemies, nice. Everyone's terrified that they won't actually be able to support themselves and that they're not good enough to deserve the lifestyle that they aspire to have. Oh yeah, healthcare insecurity. That's a fun one. Okay, when can I declare war on you guys again? given that I completely 11 years. Ah. Let's focus on making money. And the best way to make money is not to pay the army and not to maintain the forts. It's as if everyone thinks that this part of student well-being is living somewhere else. It's very, I think I mention this occasionally, but there's this lovely concept in Douglas Adams of a invisibility kind of device that just, it doesn't actually make you invisible, it just makes you look like you're someone else's problem. So people look at you and they're like, oh, I don't need to worry about that. That's literally like, that's supposed to be there probably. I don't know. It's not my job. And I think this is very IO. I think it's very Challenger disaster. But it feels like these things have been caught there. I don't know. At Columbia, I felt like a martyr being like, there are things that have changed about the nature of publishing in the last few decades. Everyone was like, no, it's all great and it's all the same and it's all always been like that. Maybe that's overstating their reaction, but their reaction was not. It was not a very open reaction. Oh, it's right there. I could have just walked there. So I can't. I want to put a merchant here to send money from this place up north, but I can't do it because I don't know where it is. But I do. I know it's there. Spend money. Might regret that. I have plenty of money. I don't have that much manpower. I probably should have spent the money. I mean, he will walk there eventually. He just has to know about it first, and that's what he can't work out. He's like, oh, I don't even. Where could it be? Tunis, how are you doing? Do you want to leave me some? No. Mamluks, how angry? You're still quite angry that I betrayed you, and then you lost a war, and it was very costly and embarrassing for you. And I thought one thing that you should move on. If I were you, I would simply forgive me and ally me and protect me against the world. So I've expanded quite a lot. I still have. I mean, I put a good amount of development into there. God, it's on 24 now. Okay, that's an okay city. It is my capital. I have about the worst provinces you can have in the game, in general. I don't know if you're still here. Adam was in the chat earlier as well. Um, if you don't mind sharing with the internet in a non-anonymous forum that is stored for the duration of internet history, I'd love to hear your take as well. It's interesting because there was a lot in this. Exactly, that would be a much better solution. There was a lot in this talk. I love the eagles and the little caravans. I kind of wish I was playing the game at this level of zoom more often. But I'm always out here being like, oh, what's going on in Crimea? Oh, what is going on in Crimea? They're beating up on Lithuania. There was some great stuff about leaving behind periods of hero worship. Oh, I have the institution. Would anybody like to buy it from me? Where is that? Economic? Offer knowledge sharing. No one will accept. You would if I allied you. You would if you come on, you like me. What about you? You like me. Oh, you actually don't. You? You don't like me. You don't like me, but actually, the amount that you don't like me is a lot less than these guys who quite like me don't like me. Let's improve relations again. There's some good stuff about like how, I mean, you've seen IOA Coffee Time. It's a really positive institution in a lot of ways, but at the same time, they were like, stop using this as the panacea for all issues in the department. This is why you have a lot of your underlying issues in the department, because you have perfectly normal, very formal ways to deal with things. Then you have nothing, 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 nothing. Then you have a pretty good but insufficient on its own, very informal way of dealing with things. And you need to make a middle ground. Poland, Yao, Egypt. Oh, I'm really annoyed about that war. I mean, it does just mean that I can come back bigger and stronger. I really don't understand, Morocco, why you let these guys out. Morocco are just quietly replacing Portugal and hoping no one will notice, which I have a lot of time for. Sneaky Portugal. I actually think IOA Coffee Time might be one of the more directly, like, everyone would look at it and be like, that's bad for coronavirus. And looks, stop having so many diplomatic relations. You have 2 vassals. You don't need 2 vassals. Oh, wait. You're annexing one. You're annexing one in June 1536. So in a year, you won't. So I should be on this quickly. June next year. Remind me. Again, I keep on you in my chat at least. Galafaxis, you and M are both in red, and again I was like, what the hell? M doesn't care that England has that many heavies. That's quite a lot. I really feel like naval combat is something I haven't got my head around at all. I'll build what I think is a pretty good fleet, and then I'll send them out to fight, and they'll just disappear. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you, Em. Let me just get it up. I think you will indeed, oh, go out live, but let's just chat. I don't actually want the Discord on this thing. I want it over here. There we go. Cool. I am in the voice chat. And you are? But as normal, I'm not hearing you because this is entertaining for anyone else watching. There we go. Can you hear me? How you doing? Yes, that actually means that I had to click this button, but I can click this button. I'm willing to do that. I'm not 100% certain if you're coming through on here as well. No, I think you are, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's not good content anyway. Ah, when Adam came by just now, I don't know if he is still here. I was just immediately like, oh my god, he's gonna look at this terrible thing. Well, I just move things around a map for hours. I'm gonna do that. Tell me your mind. Tell me what you're thinking. Oh God, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's yeah. Oh, it's as if the actual issue was that there was never enough that you could do in a world where the thing it's just all going wrong is my thesis really. Um, Actually, that's not. I don't think it's all going wrong. Like a little bit of me always wants to think that, but um, yeah, you're like, oh, it's easy if it's all going well. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, because I checked 538 from time to time. Um, Although other potentially flawed statistical analyses also exist. Um, um, I mean, I'm sure you can go to the Guardian or the New York Times, which I also read or actually watched because it was a video. The most incredible, in terms of being worryingly bad, thing on today. But that's for another time. Tell me about Super Tuesday. It'll make me very happy. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um. Ooh, lose to corruption. Yes, please. Watch. Because if I can, before I lose to corruption, I can create to corruption, and by debasing my own currency, and then I can click this button and it goes away. And look at that, 50 extra gold. I'm. This is the stonks way of playing this game. Um. Maybe remind me. I think I did. I think I did. I do enjoy the memes channel, but sometimes I'm going to it when I'm already like, oh, I can't believe I'm not working. I can't believe I'm such a terrible person. And I go to the meme channel and it's like just literally just some meme about something. Um, so I was surprised today looking at because I've been checking the 538 way more than like thinking about it. I'm like, this is not a healthy thing to be doing on the level I'm doing. Um, there was a huge drop in Sanders and a huge swing in Biden that I think will really depend on what happens today, tonight. When will I think? Hmm. Yeah. And like I'm seeing on Twitter a lot of people being like, you can still vote for Elizabeth Warren. Hmm. You obviously can't see this, but I just did a big head nodding. I just end up thinking all the time, like, why are we still laboring under this picture that any form of, like, not just economics, but certainly economics as well, is a perfect information system? It's not, and it's a really bad approximation. I was supervising today, and my supervisees are asking really reasonable questions. Like, they're in this course, which is a great course, but they're hearing about things like turbulence for the first time, and just as if they should kind of grasp it. And they're like, how do I think about turbulence? And I'm like, well, that's a really good question. That's a hard thing to do. That takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. Um, Look at my lovely green states. I say green. They are, of course, deep, awful desert. Oh, this is just the worst place to live. And also, so the game does, it automatically tries to put your name somewhere good. So, like, as your borders change, like Ottomans and France and things will move around. Sweden clearly, like, has some of Finland, given where their name is. Um, Morocco is split, like Morocco Main and then Morocco and Iberia. Oh, look where it's put my name, Jared. Jared. I mean, it's put it quite nicely around this guy, but if he moves, it will be ruined. Which is why he can never move. Give me an alliance. Well, you really don't want to ally me. You should. I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. Um, I feel like there's more to say about not talking about career insecurity, but as if to further the goals of the career insecuritists, I can't think of anything to say about career insecurity, which is what they want you to think. Oh, I am, but the pay is low. Would anybody like to be my friend? Oh, two people would. Ottomans would. This is very good news. If I'd done that like 20 seconds ago, I'd now be making about twice my income. But oh well. Do I want admin tech costs? Yes, I'm not going to develop anything. That will pay for itself pretty quickly. You're at war with Bosnia and Serbia. I could join. I could help you guys. Bosnia, Serbia. I could. I mean, it looks like you pretty much got it, but I could help. Califaxis is probably just autonomy dropping in your coastal provinces. That often catches me by surprise. I'm like, I think that, I think that's a fair idea. I'm like, where did all my troops suddenly come from? Missionary strength versus heretics. Missionary strength and technology cost. Lovely. Oh, and I've got my new fort. Let's turn it off. Let's celebrate it by turning it off. That's in 1554. My truce ends in August 1554. That. Ooh. Ooh. They're just giving me 5 ducats a month. Amongst the. I mean, they want me to help them probably. Probably they're about to. Given what they've done here, which is gross, I think Austria and them might not be great friends for too long. Also, I've never seen Austria and Bohemia get so big. Oh, in Poland, in which there's a little Poland inside Bohemia. Why did I mean it is called Central Poland, so you know. I wish it was called Middle Poland. Galicia, Volnia. Sometimes things pop out of this map that I've never really seen before, and I'm like, I don't think I know enough history. Um, God, the Holy Roman Empire is it's just a bit weird. Cologne is look, that's terrible name placement as well. Munster's like here, and Cologne's like, no, I'm gonna let you finish. But we have one of the greatest cathedrals in Western Europe. We should go to Cologne. I mean, we should go to almost every place. We should probably go to Mazab, because amongst other things, this is the smallest picture. This is the smallest picture, and it's in black and white now. But their flag looks like Finn the Human slash the person from Journey. So I'm gonna tell you about the New York Times thing that really irritated me. Let me tell you about all the things that have irritated me today. No, no, I'm only going to tell you about some of them. The rest I'm going to save for myself. I could go to war with Tunis. I could not go to war with Tunis. My allies are their allies. So I'm basically stealing everything about Tunis's identity. Like I might eventually become Tunis after I've wiped them out. And right now we have the same allies. We have like basically the same bit of the world. And well, he just kind of gently be like, "Oh, I'm here too." Um, it was it was a thing that Tim Reckcalf, I don't know how to spell his name, but he's someone who comes up on my Twitter from time to time, tweeted about. It was someone who was the kind of very well presentable, which this is a tricky statement to make in the right way because it could fall afoul of a lot of well-intentioned, good work people. But he was so representable that I felt like he may not have been like he seemed more like a presenter than a scientist. Um, and he had done, or he was part of doing, some research on doing fMRI on the brains of radicalized terrorists and presenting his research about, like, oh, when we did this, these bits of the brains lit up. And yeah, it just, no, I don't want that. I want this, which I could have clicked for ages, but don't tell me that game. Give me this. Um, yeah, I'm really suspicious, and it just so the point I think I tried to make to you a while back, which I think maybe now I don't know if really if I made it very well, but I think maybe now it's more ready. The patterns that we want to look for in the brain are, as well as being on like minute scales, are absolutely 4D objects because it's not like there's a bit of the brain that turns on. It is a flow that is telling you the motion of thought. It's not like a bundle of tubes. It's more like a network of trucks. Yeah, and this wait, hmm. And there may even be some things like there may be some pre-programming in the brain where it's like I could believe that some of our DNA is telling the brain like put the temperature regulation here. I'm not going to tell you how to do everything else, but put the temperature regulation here. Hmm. 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 And it's kind of exactly the same as trying to understand. Like, I'm certain if you go into a building that was built in New York in the 50s and has been renovated and is now a fancy co-op downtown, and you say, "Oh, great, can I look at the plumbing?" They'll go, okay, and you go in, and it will make absolutely no sense. And there is some like you're like, "Oh, okay, this big pipe is warm, so it's probably doing warm water for something." But a lot of it will make absolutely no sense. And even like sitting there for a day and watching the things change, you're still going to be like, well, maybe this one water seems to be flowing sometimes one way, sometimes the other way in this one. Like, and if you just averaged over a day, there would be some information in there, but almost none. Um, hmm. Oh, say hi to her for me. I love Young. Oh, I'd even like to talk to her about that. Like, I just constantly am like, guys, can we just talk about is it all filaments? It feels like it's important whether or not it's all filaments. Hmm. Yeah. Um, and I think I wrote on this thread like this is exactly the sort of um I can't remember the exact phrasing, but this is one of most the places which we are most able to mislead ourselves by marginalizing over the actual signal, the thing going on, in a way that's very hard to pick up on because we aren't really questioning it. We aren't really making sense of it. I still don't know about this place. No one, my merchants here are like, oh, I don't know. We know down to here. We haven't asked anyone what's south of Dara. It's probably nothing. Okay, I'm gonna move it the whole time just to. This is also. I don't think I could play like this. I mean, I guess actually most of the things on screen are steel, still. So yeah, I probably could. Let's build one of these, and maybe I'm gonna stop. Um, maybe one of no, one of no, no. Oh, I don't know. Oh, what should I build, Emily? I can't build a hospital. I can build a courthouse. I can build a workshop. I can build. Okay, I'll build another workshop. Should I build a workshop on cows or on spices? I'm going to build it on spices. Yes. Yeah. Where is it? My spice workshop. Here. How spicy though is my question. Um, and it's interesting because the conclusion that this person kind of ended up moving towards seemed to be that radicalization happens when people get isolated, but in a kind of no, why would you cancel your subsidies to me? We're bards. Yeah, I could have helped in your war. I got very rich off that. I didn't have know what to do with the money, so I spent it on a spice workshop. It was because I spent it on a spice workshop. They were like, this guy clearly doesn't need the money. What the hell is a spice workshop, says this person. Ah, they have spies everywhere. Maybe. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I still have a claim. What? A claim is valid until the 1st of July 1554. I can't count. Uh, I'm going to declare war on the person who I declared war on in the wrong way before. And this time I'm going to do it actually in the right way. That's my idea. Because there is just a way in which I feel like, I mean, this kind of comes out of Aya theory in its own way, but everyone just wants a place by the fire, and they're just scared that they might not get a place by the fire, but they, you know, they might not, but they probably will. But fair enough if you're scared. It's scary to not know if you're going to get a place by the fire. It's cold, and there's maybe like wolves. I don't know. No one really knows what's out there. Take Canaan. My allies will not join. I'll become more mystic. I'll slow the game down. How many people am I fighting? Quite a lot. And they have a cannon now. This might have been a bad idea. Oh, hello. There they are. I like playing with you hanging out on Discord. I just always feel like the quality is better when I'm rather than just talking to myself, communicating with you. Uh, who? Good. Was it an owl? You know what's just happened? Someone's just given me a map of Africa, which amongst other things means I can see this place. Also, I can see how big the people I'm fighting are. The people I'm fighting are big. I've only been able to see like this much of them before, and I've been like, I can take them. I'm not sure if I can take them. The entire rest of the world, like. Ooh, Mali are big. Hello, Mali. Would you like to ally me? Maybe. Or Songhai. Would you like to ally me? Maybe. Where are you guys going for dinner? Oh, what's it called? Yeah, no, it might have been there before. I mean, it's very possible. If I wanted to look at CBS, I would simply write the letters C and then B and then S and then look at that. And the fact that I do not do that shows that I do not wish to look at CBS. Um, Remember when I signed up to organize that and then I had one of my like medium scale breakdowns and you had to organize everything? Booking the restaurant, which was the only thing. Oh yeah, also that. Yeah, me carry shame about something. What? Um, this maybe is too much information to be putting on the stream, but I want to tell you about it, and I trust you guys. We're gonna have a discussion about mental health, everybody. Um, Feel free to engage in whatever way you wish to, including not. That's an army. Oh, not even. We're past clinical depression. We're in the spicy stuff now. Because I met with a psychiatrist today to talk about autism and ADHD. Actually, not directly, but um, it's someone from the counselling service at the university. Um, but it's all sort of one one big uncertain thing. Um, I don't know. I go to things like this and I chat to the person, and they're like, "Yeah, it sounds completely plausible." And I'm like, "Okay, so." And then I get the feeling that people in the profession are maybe moving away from thinking of it as a real diagnosis, not because it's not a real thing that definitely affects people, but because it's not necessarily a clear, um, discrete thing. I want to be really careful in my language about this. I'm speaking from a place of not much knowledge, and as you can tell, I'm really insecure that someone with autism or ADHD might come along and be like, "You're appropriating and misrepresenting us." And I'm back in that state of being like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I seem to process information differently from other people. What if that's evil to do that? Most people I've talked to are kind of like, no, it doesn't really matter if you have a diagnosis or not. And I'm like, I think they're saying that because they know it's harder. Maybe it's not very popular to be adding more because every diagnosis is more work for the NHS. Um, yeah, and I really don't know. Like something they keep saying is that like I one of the reasons that I'm going after this is to help other people understand weirdnesses that aren't going to change whether or not I have a diagnosis, but are much easier to make sense of cultural touch points when given a name. Like, you can't go to someone and be like, I'm both very hardworking and incredibly lazy all the time, very uh, inhomogeneously. Stop having diseases. Do you have a cannon? Oh, I didn't give him a cannon again. This is all my fault. Our disease is being mad about not having a cannon. Those guys over there who aren't doing anything, they're just standing by Lake Chad. They have a cannon. 10 prestige, 10 loyalty, less tax. Lose 10 loyalty, more unrest. 8.5. Let's do that. of the buttons I could click, I choose to click that one. So yeah, it was just like there's not much of a kind of takeaway from this. It didn't really go anywhere beyond. I'm not sure if anyone's ever going to be able to just be like, "Yup, you have the thing. This is the thing." Um, there we go. I don't know. There's not much heft to this thought apart from. I mean, I didn't plan it at all this way, but coming at the same time as this big discussion about like support structures in the department, and there is a way in which I think it'd be completely reasonable for a lot of people with neurodiversities to just be like, here's a short list of the special treatments that I'd really like if you don't mind. Um, but I don't think people could really make sense of that without a nameable diagnosis. I think that would just be too much for people right now. Because everyone's worried about disability, but a lot of disabilities are not visible to birds. Ottomans, my ally, declared war on Austria. But they haven't called me in. They've decided that I'm not reliable. I'm not strong. They're right. Um, like I completely think that my world is filled with people with goodwill and willingness to make changes and help. But I do think that there is a sort of strange conservatism um, that's really hard to break through in academic circles, where everyone's like, we want to make sure that we're not accused of doing the wrong thing, but we also don't want to. We don't want to be accused of being accusable of doing the wrong thing. The best way to not be accused of doing the wrong thing is just if no one accuses us. Because whatever you do will be wrong. I agree. Oh, I want to click this button and then get this. And this. And then not that. I can't get that. It's not allowed. Stop taking my fort. It's mine. And just like this weird thing of. One thing that this discussion made me realise is that it's quite likely that this attempt um, to get a diagnosis may well fail on the fact that my parents were not very keen to. I don't know. Part of me thinks that they didn't necessarily engage with it in the best faith, but at the same time, they try hard. They're good people. I just think they really. I think I had a lot more of the telltales of um, an autistic child at a point in my young development, and I think that was probably actually really hard on them, particularly because because they had me quite late, and always I think I've had a bit of a fear of like, have we in some ways not set our child up in a way that's good for them and that they deserve? Okay, we lost that siege, and there's 22,000 of them standing here. That's I would call that an issue. I might go there. Is that stupid? No, that's sensible. So I don't know. Is my I don't have a conclusion. Is my conclusion. Um, there's nothing like important takeaway from this, but I am just realizing how high fun like I think maybe a good way to look at this, or to at least make sense of this, is one of the ways this discussion is had is about the rate of autism in women, which reported is much, much lower. And most people think that this is nothing to do with that women are magically autism proof, but that um, it's much more common for women to be socialized to be kind of high functioning enough to hide it. Hmm. 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 Maybe in the textbook that Jess was reading. Oh, that book doesn't seem like the kind of one to engage with something as thorny as the issues of. Oh yeah, nothing is searchable on the internet. That's the world we live in. Except for don't tell anyone that; they get really mad. Did you see my tweet this morning? Good sign. You might not be on Twitter. No, but then you'll be on Twitter. You're allowed to be on Twitter. Um, yeah, you can be on Twitter. No, that is the one. That's a yeah. It's It's not got a bird in it. I couldn't put a bird in it, but the bird tweets don't always have a bird in them. It's an everyone's worried about tweet. Yes. Well, you're not going to give up a URL like that. It dunks. No, that's definitely Dunkin' Donuts' grad scheme. Oh, they don't even link it. They're like, you'll need to find this website somewhere. Hmm. Oh, get in there early. I noticed. I tweeted. Or someone needs something about basketball. This is a good business idea from a lot of different directions. Um, I tweeted a couple of days ago, or yesterday, in fact, something that we should talk about at some point, which is the Cambridge Graduate Union's um, mental health report about the state of mental health in grad students in Cambridge, and it's really immediately telling. Um, of the kind of level of problem that I don't think we're really talking about. Because one of the things you get out of it almost immediately is that two-thirds is the fraction of Cambridge students who will have severe mental health or anxiety problems, of just graduate students. Um, is it? Hmm. Hmm. But anyway, that's not what. There may be some wording in this which makes that number lower than it sounds like there, but it's high. Oh, I'm going to move my merchant down here. Get out of Genoa. But anyway, that's not why I'm talking about this. The reason I'm talking about this is because I just tweeted at the Cambridge Grad Union, like, are you okay with me sharing this? And I noticed that their Twitter handle is Graduate Union. And I'm like, oh, that. You can make some money off that. Yeah. NYU Grad Union's going to be like, oh, we want it. I have a lot of money. I don't know what to do with all this money. Should I build another spice workshop? Oh, I'll build this one, which I've given to the church. No, it's not worth it. I'm not building it. You can't make me. Yeah. Ha- I'm gonna. Wait, no, I really don't need the money. Let's gain some corruption. They can become loyal, and then I'll buy that corruption down. Are you clicking? Nothing makes me click like corruption. Um, yeah, this was, yeah, lovely. see you next when it is then. Don't laugh at me. Tell all the prospective grad students that uh, mental health is very poor in academia and is trending downwards. Yeah, I think I was like way too um, contrarian basically to do anything with that information, but yeah, as a snack. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. It's midnight. Are you the person on Twitch, or is that still? Are you on Twitch anymore? In that case, I think it's Galaxis, and I also wish you a really good evening. I saw your comments. I didn't respond to them yet. I mean, obviously, your question was where on earth did all the ships come from, and then you also told me that you made a lot of shipyards. So my idea is it's probably that. Um, giving useful advice. Yeah, everyone's out. Good night.